Hello, my name is Akesh Gupta and I'm from Lightspeed Solutions. Today I will present to you how to implement make, model, year or similar examples in RSP Designer using the formula editor. To begin with, let's look at the example of our ER diagram where we have a make. For each make we can have multiple models, and for each model we can have multiple years. So while selecting a make, model, year for an automobile, we would like to be able to present it with models based on which make we select and years based on which model we select. As an example, we have entered some data where we have X number of makes. Then we click on models. For each make we have multiple models, and for each model we have multiple years. By default, if someone tries to go and add an automobile, select a make, we can select a make, but as far as the model is concerned, it displays all the models, and similarly it will display all the years. So to implement make, model, year example where one drop-down list affects the other drop-down list, all you have to do is go to the page. Here we have an example of a make and a model and a year. Select the model. The values of the model are by default coming from the model table. The only thing we have to extend it is by saying we are only interested in models which are based on the make that we have already selected in another control, which is the make ID. So to begin with, we will click on the query, select add where clause, select our model make ID because that is what we would like to filter it on, and rather than selecting a control, we will click on formula, right click, UI controls, and select make ID. By default, by right clicking, it automatically shows you all the UI controls which are on the same page. So I select make ID, click OK, and finish. A similar example for year would be select the year, go back to the populate from database method, click on query, click on add where clause, select our year table. In this case, we would like to filter by the selected model. So we'll like to say model ID equal to formula, right click, UI controls, year ID. Click OK, finish, save, rebuild. As you can see, just by clicking few selections in the formula editor, we have told the system that model ID should be fetching the data from the model table, except it should be filtering by the make ID, and the year ID should be filtering by model ID. The changes based on what we just implemented are now shown to you. Let's go back to the same example. We'll go back to the auto example where we want to basically select a make, but before we select a make, let's see what models are visible. Of course, there are no models visible because we have not selected a make, and there are no years visible because we have not selected a model. So we will go in and select a make, Ford, select a model. As you can see, system has automatically filtered the models based on which make you selected. If I go back to the make and select Lexus, the models are now once again automatically filtered for that make. So let's go and pick a model, and based on this model, years are supposed to be there. Let's see what did we do wrong. Let's go back to the year example. Oh, right here is the challenge where, as you can see, where we said year model ID, we selected the wrong user control. I apologize for that. So I says add year model ID equal to formula, right click, UI controls, model ID. So as you can see, we are trying to filter the year table with the model ID selected value. Click OK, finish, build. Go back to the add example, refresh. Let's start all over again. We want to pick Lexus. We want to then pick a model, and then we have all the years. If we would have picked a different make, Ford, as you can see, model automatically gets reset. Let's pick Mustang, and now as you can see, the years have changed. So this concludes the example where we have demonstrated how easy it is to implement make, model, year using RSP Designer and the powerful formula tab. Hope you enjoyed it, and keep looking out for new videos. Thanks.